Ursula Bruce. God, the first time I saw Hustler White, I was totally blown away.
Oh,
I think that must have been, what, in early 90s, right?
mid.
Mid-90s.
Yeah, it came out in Paris in 96.
96, yeah. That's when I saw it. So last night you won the best Quebecoise film?
Yeah, it's the Focus Award for the best Canadian feature film at the Festival de Nouveau Cinéma de Montréal.
And have you been in this festival before? It's kind of an edgy festival, no?
It is, yeah. Yeah, they've been supporting me for a long time. I believe I showed Hustler White here way back in
Really?
the mid-90s, and I think they showed my two gay zombie movies, Otto, or Up with Dead People, and LA Zombie. So.
And last night was Zombie Night. Did you know that?
No, in Montreal?
Yes.
I didn't see any.
I saw 3 earlier in the afternoon, but I think I wasn't out the right time.
Too early.
So tell me a bit about this film.
The film is a feature film about an 18-year-old boy who has a girlfriend, but he discovers that he has a peculiar or specific fetish for the elderly, sexual fetish for the elderly. So he gets a job in a nursing home, a assisted living facility, and develops a relationship with one particular old man.
Great. And were you surprised to win, or?
A little bit. I mean, I've been showing it around. It premiered in Venice, and very warm reception there. It opened the Venice Day section, and then it was at the Toronto Film Festival, and I've shown it already in the Reykjavik and Rio International Film Festivals.
That's a nice cross.
Yeah.
Reykjavik and Rio.
Yeah, I went from one to the other.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And the audience response is always really warm, and the European critics in particular really seem to be really fond of it. So there was, French people from France were on the jury.
And what kind of rating does it have in America?
I think it's my kind of most accessible, film in a way so far, because I usually make sexually explicit films, and this one isn't. So I think it has a 14 and above rating, or 14, I think.
And what do you think of Jodorowsky's video before the film?
Well, his naked video was amazing. It totally, I wouldn't expect any less from him, and I really quite enjoyed the movie as well. I mean, I've seen, his 3 big cult films,
El Topo.
El Topo and Holy Mountain and Santa Sangre. And I love his films, but this one had a really nice, kind of nostalgia about his past, but it was also really political, and some of the imagery. I love the female opera singer mother character.
She's fantastic, yeah. But the son was great.
The son was really, really good, and the father was amazing too.
Yeah.
They were all really good.
Yeah, I met him at breakfast, Brantis, yesterday.
Who, Brantis,
Yeah.
Brantis.
He said what was interesting was that the relationship, obviously, between the father and son was not very good. And brutal.
In real life?
Yeah, in real life, brutal. I mean, he was a monster.
Yeah.
And that to put his son, someone he loved, in that role was quite a play on many levels.
Yeah, well, I imagine it would be really cathartic for him to do that. And you notice in the credits too how many Jodorowskys were involved in the making of the film. It's quite a dynasty.
Yeah, I had no idea there were so many. I don't know how many sons he has, but another one does what, sound, or is he acting also?
Yeah, there's a bunch, I think, involved in producing and art direction.
So what's your next project? Where are you off to next?
Well, I just completed an experimental film myself in Berlin just a couple of weeks ago. I did a stage version adaptation of Arnold Schoenberg's Pierrot Lunaire a couple of years ago in Berlin. So I've adapted it into an experimental film. So it'll be coming out to festivals starting early next year. I can't say which ones yet, but so that's next up. I don't know. I just directed a music video for a Canadian band called Echo Jones, which was fun. I was paying tribute to Pierre Molyneux in it, and then I'm just traveling for the rest of the year with Gerontophilia. So I go to Vienna, Stockholm, Madrid, Brussels, and Havana in December.
Can you get? What's your passport?
Canadian.
All right, so you can go to Cuba.
Yeah, and my husband's Cuban, so we're gonna go down together and show the film there. It's supposed to be
That's
a
wild.
great festival.
So where are you living? Are you living in Canada?
In Toronto.
Okay. I don't know. I always thought of you as living in New York.
Yeah, I used to spend a lot of time in New York, but in the last 10, 12 years, I've spent more time in Berlin, working in Berlin. I direct theater there, and I've shot several films there, 3 films there. So.
Great. Well, thanks. I'm glad I caught you.
Yeah.
I love these tattoos. Wow. Nice.
This is my latest.
I used to write for a tattoo